Ethan Cole never expected his quiet life to collide with destiny the day he stepped onto Apache land. What began as a routine geological survey quickly became something deeper, something spiritual. The land itself felt alive beneath his boots, the wind whispering between mesas, the soil warm with ancient memory, and the silence thick with a presence that seemed to watch him. He was a man who had spent decades searching for oil. Yet this time, as his equipment scanned the ground, he sensed he wasn't just analyzing Earth. He was trespassing on something sacred. Apache riders watched him from a distance, their horses still as statues, their eyes unreadable. And when his scanner suddenly lit up with massive readings, Ethan froze. Beneath this land lay one of the richest oil reservoirs he had ever seen, enough to create dynasties. He knew what it meant. Corporations would descend like predators. Drilling rigs would rip open the land, and this breathtaking ancestral ground would be scarred forever. That evening, as the sunset blazed across the mesas, the Apache chief approached him. The man carried authority in the quiet way he walked, his braids streaked with silver, his eyes steady. When he asked Ethan what he had found, Ethan looked into his eyes and made the most important decision of his life. He lied to protect the land. "I found nothing worth reporting," he said. The chief studied him, testing his heart more than his words. "Why would you walk away from something people kill for?" Ethan's voice trembled with truth. "Because not everything is meant to be taken." That moment bonded them. Ethan packed his gear, resigned from his company without explanation, and disappeared from the oil world forever. For 7 years he lived on a small ranch, quietly raising horses, repairing fences, and wondering whether he had done the right thing. He had no idea the Apache people still remembered him. No idea they were watching from a distance. No idea they had honored his silence all those years. Until one warm evening, thunder rolled across the horizon, not from the sky, but from hundreds of hooves. Ethan stepped outside and froze. Apache riders, dozens of them, were approaching his ranch in formation. At their lead rode a new chief, young and strong, wearing the same feathers Ethan remembered, but with a fire in his eyes that said, "This is not a visit, this is a ceremony." The riders formed a semicircle around him. There was no anger, only purpose. The chief dismounted and said, "Ethan Cole, the man who walked away from wealth, you were tested by time, and you remained true." Ethan stared, bewildered. "I didn't do it for reward." "We know," the chief replied. "That is why we are here." With a gesture, the riders parted. 4 massive black horses were led forward, their coats shining like obsidian, their stature noble and commanding. These were not ordinary horses. These were Apache warrior horses, bred with honor, trained with tradition, reserved for ceremonies of the highest meaning. "These horses," the chief declared, "are our pride. They are for you, not as payment, for you took nothing, but as honor, for you protected everything." Ethan's voice broke as tears blurred his vision. "I don't deserve this." The chief placed a hand on his shoulder. "A man is not judged by what he gains, but by what he refuses to take." Behind them, the Apache riders began chanting. The air vibrated with ancient rhythm. The horses stood tall beside Ethan, accepting him as their new guardian. The chief raised his voice so all could hear. "Let it be known, Ethan Cole is a friend of the Apache nation. His honor stands with our ancestors and with our future." Then, like a river flowing back into the mountains, the Apache riders departed, leaving Ethan standing in the dust-filled glow of dusk, the 4 magnificent horses beside him. After 7 years of silence, his choice had returned not as punishment, but as an unforgettable blessing. And for the first time in a long time, Ethan felt something powerful move inside him, the feeling that doing the right thing, even in silence, always returns in ways no man can predict. Friends, if this story touched your heart, imagine the countless unforgettable stories still waiting for you. Don't miss the next emotional journey. Hit the subscribe button, turn on the bell icon, and join our growing family of powerful storytelling. Your support keeps these stories alive.